Hey everyone, it's Clint. Welcome to Sweetcast. And what do you do when you run out of ideas? I don't know. You could search. Let's say you're writing, you just got hired to work for DC. Maybe you've been working there for 10, 20 years. Who knows? You're writing and you realize that you have no ideas. You've been writing these same characters over and over again. What else could you possibly bring to the table? Well, you could Google and say what to do when you run out of ideas. And there's a list here that says reduce stress, just walk, feed your brain. I got to tell you too, for me, when I get writer's block, when you run, you're like, I got this story, working on it, but I'm missing something. Sometimes you just sit down and write and have the characters talk back and forth. Just let the conversation roll out, and then you come up with something great. Like it just naturally, it's there. You wouldn't have come up with the idea otherwise. These are all good ideas. Or you could just race swap. That's it. That's a great idea when you run out of ideas. Just race swap. It'll solve all your problems. So we're going to get into this and why it just doesn't matter. Who cares? Who cares? First, don't forget to check out, how's this? I'll drag this over. Fatal on Indiegogo. Look at that. We're halfway to the next 1,000. We're at $88,000. 89,000 is not very far away. Check it out. It's in the link in the description below. One of the best, greatest looking comics you're going to see anywhere. That's not hyperbole. Seriously amazing. By the way, I've got one of these shirts coming, and if it looks good, I'm going to ship them all out. So get a t-shirt if you want it sooner than later. And Downcast Rise and Fall is also on Indiegogo. You can get volume 1 and volume 2. Yes, we're working on volume 3 right now. We're already very far into it. I think we're going to have the thing finished before even launch, which will be fantastic. So check it out. Where am I at? Here we go. New Batman will be black. DC Comics announces. Now, we knew this was coming. It's been some number of months since we knew it was coming, and I didn't care back then, and I still don't care right now. This could be running out of ideas, but really what this is it's trying to get buzz. Anything that they can do to get some buzz. Now, they could have said, let's see, the man Tim Fox, is that Lucius Fox's son? Is that where this is headed? Tim Fox is going to be Batman, but they led with the race because clickbait. That's why. That's what it comes down to. And because, look, The Guardian, this is not typically something that's doing articles about comics, but The Guardian will write about it if you race swap them. That's exactly what this comes down to. Works like a charm so far every single time. If you race swap a character, you'll get coverage in major news sites. People will talk about it. You'll get comic sales from people who don't care about comics. They just want to make a statement, and then they'll never buy another issue. They'll just buy that number 1, I guess. That's what it comes down to. So you could do that. Go for it. It used to be gender swap. I think there's probably still a little bit of that going around. Not a little. There definitely is some gender swap going around. And that's an idea that guys, be very careful if you go to DeviantArt and type in gender swap. I'm warning you. You don't know what you're going to get. I tried to pick something safe, but gender swap, it's like they look to the internet and they say, here's what people do when they want to waste time, or they're desperately trying to make some fan art. They want to make something original people are going to look at, but they don't have anything original to make, so they'll just gender swap. But this is fine for if it's DeviantArt. This is not DeviantArt. This has been moved over to mainstream comics. It's just, hey, let's swap out some superficial characteristics. Certainly, you have something that gets people talking. You have ideas, or maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. Maybe you give another writer a try. And I have to look at the Mary Sue here again. This is race swapping. DC reveals new Wonder Woman Brazilian heroine, Yara Flor. I don't even know if I pronounced her name correctly. That's par for the course, though. But same exact thing here. If you're making the Guardian happy and the Mary Sue happy, how could you be doing any wrong? I guess ideas don't matter. You can just race swap. There's so many different. There could be the first Filipino Wonder Woman. That would be massive. What about Iceland? Does that count? I don't know. There's so many different Wonder Womans available that we could mix and match. Um, and I also have to point this out from the Mary Sue. It's funny because at the same time that they're praising, well, let me look. We'll do this on the fly. If you go to comics on the Mary Sue, look here. They're going to be praising. First looks have been released at DC's I Am Not Starfire. I want to protect Mandy with my entire life force. DC Starfire has a plus size goth queer teen daughter, and I'm so in love with this concept. Okay, she's plus size goth tween. But here it's okay. Mary Sue says, let's see, the variety of new formats, including the new Brazilian Wonder Woman, Yara Flor, who I might add is beautiful. So what's better, beautiful or frumpy? You tell me. It just depends on what political statement is behind it. It has nothing to do with any actual standard, no consistency. If you wanted, 100% anti beauty, body image stuff, you want this, then just double down on it. But then, now you're happy that Wonder Woman is beautiful. Okay. Well, all right. Anyway, I digress. My point is, this is totally an example of, yeah, it seems like DC's running out of ideas. I don't think it's healthy for their sales long term when they convey that they're running out of ideas. But the reason that they do this is because people talk about it. Does it matter that Batman is going to be black, at least in whatever miniseries this is going to be from? It really, I don't care. It doesn't matter. It changes nothing. Who cares? What it is just an attempt to get news coverage. It's an attempt to get a reaction out of fans. The downside of this, though, is that you have to like it. You can't have any nuanced opinion. You can't criticize it even mildly. You have to like it. And I know that there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of comic creators that take issue with, like, I don't know, the whole Iceman's gay thing. Like the way that they did that so ham-fistedly. I don't know. They did such a terrible job of it, but it cannot be criticized. Otherwise, you are a terrible person. Then it becomes personal. Their attempt to get into major news sites, or bigger than, Bleeding Cool sites, you're the casualty. So I don't know. I'm going to point it out, but this to me is a big shrug. Did they run out of ideas? No, this is all just marketing. There's plenty of creative talent out there. You just have to let them have at it. Just let them go. Let them do the stories. I think there are a lot of people out there that could do great jobs on Batman, but why read Batman when you could be reading Fatal? Check it out on Indiegogo. Appreciate you for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks.